All right. So, hope you're ready. So, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whenever you're listening to this. Welcome to the Breakthrough Podcast by Dream Nation. This is your host Julian, and I hope you are in for, and I hope you're excited because you're in for a treat. Um, it's gonna be a long episode, and I'll explain why um, in a bit. But in this episode, we'll talk about how one person was able to change lives just because he cared, and how he continues to change lives even up until today, coming from that passion to love people. We'll also talk about how he built a community just by helping and answering questions. We'll talk about how everything that happens is serendipitous to something great. So everything that's happening to us is in preparation for something great, including a well-timed bathroom break. We'll learn or you will hear in our discussion how to deal with haters and people who bring you down and call you a scam. Even if, yung tumutulong ka na nga tapos scam ka pa, ganyan, or whatever. And yeah, as I mentioned, this will be a long episode. Konting pasakalye lang. This was meant to be one of our first episodes in another podcast me and my friend were supposed to do. My friend John, who is the guest here, he was supposed to be he was supposed to be our first guest. No? But things didn't pan out. We were not able to launch that podcast. But with the permission of John and my friend, who was supposed to be my co-host naman, they allowed me to launch this interview in this podcast. So it's conversational. It's in interview format pa rin, pero naging conversational kasi we're friends. So kaya din tumagal. That's why this particular episode is quite long. So I hope you're cool with that naman. Anyway, but as an intro lang, no, I wanted to share. As I mentioned here sa podcast, uh, I believe that a lot of the results that we create in life are stemming from our identity and our beliefs. And when I got started, with my entrepreneurship journey, with my freelancing journey, I had a lot of beliefs then. No? Like some beliefs that I had were, na parang in freelancing, that was what I identified with before. Freelancing is really just a side gig. It's not a real business. Um, when I was getting started into freelancing even before, sabi ko, ay, no one will pay me ng mataas. I didn't feel like I had skills that people would pay high for. So I'll just take scraps, which I did, by the way. And I'm not an expert. That's one big belief that kahit na 3 years ko nang ginagawa yung Facebook ads, which is my business now, I really felt that I wasn't an expert. And to add to that, na parang, this ko, will I write? Will I teach people about Facebook ads? And no one will listen to me. Hindi mo na expert eh. Those are some beliefs that I had. Why am I sharing this? Because I believe I'm a much different person now, simply because I've gotten over those beliefs. And the reason why I've gotten over them was because a lot of people have helped me raise awareness on these beliefs. And with that awareness, I was able to make a different choice, and choose different beliefs that work for me. I share that because my friend John Pagulayan, who's featured in this interview, he was very instrumental. He was one of the first few people who made me break these beliefs. And up until today, I owe a lot of the success I've had to this person. So John, if you're listening to this, I would always like to thank you for everything you've done for me and my family. Si John Pagulayan, he is called, as you'll hear in the interview, he is called the Legend. No? We call him JTL, short for John the Legend, because he is a freelancer who earns 7 figures a month. No, he earns millions of pesos a month, which was unheard of. Notice the past tense, which was unheard of. Kasi our belief was that as freelancers, side gig lang siya. Hindi ka aabot ng 6 figures eh. Diba? Parang 6 figures is an impossible thing. Paano pa yung 7 figures? But he does. He shares that naman. he's a freelancing coach. No, I mean, he's a coach for freelancers to help them with their freelancing business, but he doesn't teach any skill. Now, what I mean is, hindi siya ang students niya are kami, digital marketing experts, content writers, sales professionals, but he doesn't teach any of those skills. He does email for his own business, but he doesn't teach us email marketing. He doesn't teach us Facebook ads or whatever. What he teaches people with is to break through their limiting beliefs, which is exactly what he did for me and for a whole lot of different other people. And with this, with helping people raise awareness on their beliefs and empowering them to make a different choice, he has helped other people make 7-figure deals as well. Na parang when people start to see with his help na, shucks, possible pala to eh. And then that becomes the reality. Right? So I'm very excited for you to hear this interview kasi it documents his journey on how he actually developed, how he became this person that empowers Filipino freelancers to really go for what they want, help their families. And some few disclaimers lang. And number one, this is a conversation between friends. So hopefully at one point you don't feel parang OP naman. Kasi as in, friends talaga kami, nag-uusap kahit na interview siya. No? But a lot of it naman is John sharing his knowledge. No? There will be, because we're friends and we are conversing in this episode, there will be a few insider stuff, na mga inside info. There will be names that will be mentioned that you might not be familiar with. So let me go ahead and give you a brief idea on the names you will be hearing and who they are. Now you will hear, so of course you'll hear me. You'll hear my friend John Pagulayan. You'll hear my co-host, Jonica, a good friend of mine. She will be the girl in the conversation. You will hear the name John Orania. He is an entrepreneur coach and he owns Negosyo University. You will hear the name of Alan Ngo, another good friend of ours. He is the country's leading email marketing expert. You will hear the name Marvin De Leon. Shout out to you guys if you're listening to this. He has a freelancing community where me, John, Jonica met. A lot of these people. That's where we met. He runs a community and he has a podcast for freelancers as well. And finally, you'll hear the name Liberty, or we call her Mamu, and she's a member of that community of Marv. No? So just to give you that brief intro, kasi you'll be hearing these names, as baka parang, sino yan? Kasi again, medyo insider siya. And John will be sharing his programs, and the journey he went through when building each of his programs that help freelancers. Now, just to name them, you'll hear of SPAG, which is a support, which is a program where he gives scripts, proposal, and it's an accountability group, hence the name SPAG. He'll talk about FMM, which is Freelance Movement Masterclass, which was a which was a fundraiser to help yung inaanak niya who needed 5 million to for an operation. And then we'll talk about the program now that he's running, that I'm running ads for him, the Freelance Movement tribe, where he continues to help freelancers and their families really break through their limiting beliefs and make their own freelance business work as well. Now, just one last point before we get into the interview. What I really love about John is he has a strong vision na hindi siya basta yung business lang. No, kasi we have this program, yung tribe. There's an enrollment fee to join, but having worked with him, parang after 1 year of working with him dun sa tribe, we had parang a town hall, a meeting ng lahat ng mga taong nagwo-work. But it was the meeting wasn't centered around how much did we make, how many ano na nagawa natin. It was around how many people have we helped. And that's why I really wanted to share the story of his, was because yes, this is a person who has been successful with whatever he touches, but as he'll share with you in the interview, all of this have stemmed from not really wanting to earn from all of this, but just really wanting to give and serve and be caring and really come from love. So if you're listening to this, John, thank you for being a part of our interview, and thank you for everything that you do. Now, so this is a long episode. This was a long intro, but I hope I know it will be worth it. Thank you, and let's go straight to the episode. Okay, nag-record na, so you can go whenever.
Okay. So hi guys, welcome to the podcast of awesomeness together with me, of course, Jonica, and with my awesome podcast partner, Julian Canita. So today we have a
Hello.
very awesome guest. Papakilala ko pa ba siya? Actually, I think halos lahat kilala na siya. Kilala siya ng kapitbahay ko. Kilala siya ng actually, marami ang nakakilala sa kanya. And dun sa mga hindi pa nakakilala sa tao na to, this guy is known today as the guy who writes email for a living. Si email copywriter guy, and to his clients, he's an email and internet marketer to the freelancing community. He's referred to as the legend. Ayan, the legend. I'm sure maraming nang ang nakakilala sa ating guest speaker ngayon. He is a mentor and also a source of inspiration to the freelancing community and has shared his vision to uplift the Filipino freelancing community to higher heights. So, ayan. The one and only, the 7-figure earner, email copywriter guy, John Pagulayan.
Yay! Hi, John. Good afternoon.
Hi. Good afternoon.
So, feeling ko, suking-suki na ito si John ng ano ko.
Sa mga
interviews ko. Wala akong ibang in-interview kundi si John.
Pressure nga yung mga intro mo lagi. Parang kailangan ko mag-perform.
Mamaya pa may performance si John.
Hindi mo na-mention na yung performance segment tayo.
Performance included inside.
Okay, so welcome, John. And so, introduced you naman din. And ideally, we think a lot of people know who you are naman din. Pero can you give us a brief background on who you are, especially for those who don't know you yet?
Okay, for those who don't know me yet, I'm obnoxious. Mayabang ako.
Sige nga, spell obnoxious.
Mayabang na lang.
Mayabang na lang. Okay.
Mayabang. Medyo mabasiga na lang. Yun, I sometimes I drink in front of the camera habang nag-webinar. What else? No, but seriously, I'm just I always try to find the right words to describe exactly what I do, but I can't really find a perfect one except that I write emails for a living because that's what I really do. And to my family, I'm just a normal guy, a normal dad who screws up every single time. Yeah, and to my freelancing friends, they call me the legend. To others, they call me Tai. Yung mga original na anak ko.
Isa ko doon sa mga panganay ni tatay.
Yeah, so ayun, like I can't really put a label on exactly what I do, but in a sense, let's just say that I do freelancing and I'm good at it, and as a byproduct of being good at it, I just know that I have to teach it to other people as well. So that's what I do. Yeah.
Good job, Tay. And I'm sure marami ka ng mga freelancers na naturuan, na inspire, and of course, na motivate. For sure. Nabilang ko mga 754?
Grabe naman. Talagang specific yung number.
Sa akin ang tanong ko sa'yo, John, parang what made you decide to create the freelance movement community? So parang ano yung nag-trigger doon sa bigla ka nagka-vision na gusto mo magkaroon ng isang community ang freelancers na so they could grow, they could be someone like you and makakuha sila ng premium clients. Parang paano siya nag-start?
Well, that's a really loaded question in a way na it wasn't just like parang gusto ko magturo. So wala, it wasn't like that eh. It was more like a series of events that triggered, which is, now that I think about it, it's really, I don't know, parang serendipity yung dating. In a way.
Parang it led you to where you are actually meant to be.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have happened if I stayed closed off and because for example, I was doing freelancing. I was doing fine, really. Like parang wala lang. I was being myself, doing fine. Most ng tropa ko sa online are kano. Kasi sila yung mga nakakilala sa akin. Like if I post something, mga kano nagko-comment. So, yun yung mga friends ko talaga online. And then this one guy, si John Arana, he connected with me on Facebook. It was more of the nagkausap kami, was asking me, and he was surprised to find out, not to brag or anything, but to see a Filipino na doing really well and like someone na, alam mo yan, nagbihira kasi yung, di ba, kilala ng Pinoy, tapos kilala ng Kano. People are raving about your services, you know. So he talked to me about it, ganyan, and we, you know, we got acquainted. Tapos so happened that he has this event. So aside from meeting John, I also met Alan. So sa Alan naman, online lang din. I found out that he's an affiliate, so we talked and talked shop. Kasi, diba, I don't know about you, but if you find someone that you can really relate to, diba, tapos di ka naman nakakausap ng sumakapit bahay mo about funnels and about email.
Tama.
Diba, so we really geeked out. So nagkasundo kami ni Alan. So ayan, so I know John, I know Alan. Then John had an event where he invited me to speak about email marketing and how to convert prospect into buyers and stuff. So ako naman, bilang taong ermitanyo, like I don't really go out and stuff. Sabi ko, hindi ako marunong magsalita. As in, I don't really speak in front of people. Like, baka maihi ako sa unahan or something. I don't know, syempre, that fear, di ba, malaking fear yung public speaking. It's like, it's nothing na that you can train yourself kahit nagtatrain ka pa ng tao. Iba yung nagbayad sila talaga para panoorin ka, di ba? Hindi ka sila pwedeng kupalin. Like yung, mga trainees ko, like, binabayaran ka namin. Pwede gano'n. But yeah, these people paid for, and it's in parang pleasure to perform. Yun nga. Tapos, I said yes, kahit labag sa kalooban ko, which is I'm really thankful for now that I think about it. Ayun. And because on that event, nakilala ko si Alan. Like, really saw Alan. Ayun. Nakita kami sa CR. Nakita kami sa CR habang
sa CR talaga.
I cannot make this story any better. Like, nakita kami sa CR. Like, just imagine, kung di kami nagkita sa CR, di ba, parang, alam mo yun, nakita kami sa CR, sabi niya, oy, kasi, bro, basta. And syempre, awkward yung shake hands kasi
hindi ka pa naghugas.
Basta yun. I met Alan. And then the event happened. Actually, hanggang ngayon yata, hindi yata ma-record ni John yung talk that I did kasi puro siya mura. And, I was raw. Like, I was like, speaking things from raw emotions and stuff. Yeah. And then I met Alan. And then here's where the funny things happen for a reason, whatever. Alan will be talking in Marvin's event meetup. No, not a meetup.
Event
Magtalk talaga, like bayad, vlogging,
okay.
And siguro like sabi ko, I'm not really invited sa So I asked Alan, sabi ko, dude, pwede bang mag-enroll dun sa vlogging, Sabi niya, bakit naman? Like, wala lang, cheer lang kita dun, cheerleader lang. Wala lang. Parang tropa, ganun, tropa, sama kita.
Ang sweet naman na trope.
Hindi, promise, like, yun talaga. Wala akong, I mean, wala naman akong pag-aaralan about vlogging. Wala naman akong vlog. So, pumunta ako doon. I paid the fee. Can you imagine paying the fee just to be a cheerleader? So, I paid the fee just to be a cheerleader. And then I met Marvin. Pinakilala ako ni Alan si Marvin. Si Marvin, sabi niya, he admitted parang nakita daw niya ako dun sa well, naririnig naman na niya daw ako before. And then, sabi niya, anong ginagawa nito sa vlogging? Na-pressure daw siya bigla. Nagawa nito sa vlogging. But yeah, so yan, napagkantuan namin yan. And then, which led to me being invited sa meetup ni Marvin. Mm-hmm. So, eto na-invite na ako sa meetup. Where I met Mamu, Liberty. Di ba? Like, connect.
Parang tuloy-tuloy na.
Connect. And then I met Liberty. And then on that meetup kasi may nasabi yata ako about freelancing and stuff. So nagtatanong sila about how exactly I did it. And then si Mamu, out of nowhere, like, hindi ko alam kung bakit, bumuo siya ng group, writing group. And then sabi ko sa kanya, since marami naman nagtatanong sa akin about freelancing, why not? Sabi ko, di pa kami close ni Mamu noon talagang acquaintance lang, nagkakilala lang. Sabi ko, why not mag-ipon ka ng, 14 to 20 people inside your writing group. And then I'll teach you everything I know about freelancing. Libre ko kape.
Ikaw pa yung nag-ana?
Yeah, libre ko kape.
Nice.
Actually, nagtaka sila. Kasi inisip nila baka ML.
Open mind. First question, guys. Open-minded ka ba?
Yeah, baka mamaya ka ng...
Tara, kape tayo.
Exactly. Well, ayun. So, I invited them. Tapos, si Mama nag-invite sa mga kasama niya. Kasi di naman nila ako kilala. So, si Mama nag-invite sa mga kasama niya. So, nasa Mega Mall kami noon. And I really planned to give them everything I know about freelancing. So, for 3-4 hours straight, I'm talking with like 14 plus people yata. I'm 15. Nasa tabi kami ng SM Mega Mall sa may Starbucks. Habang bidumadaan ng mga sasakyan sa gilid na maingay. And I was teaching them like everything I know about freelancing. Wala lang, kasi free-flowing lang. Tanong sila, sagot. And then may konting structure where nagsimula ako sa finding market, etc. and all that. But yung point is, talagang, wala lang, to be honest, I don't even know why I did it. I just said, well, siguro part na rin yung para hindi ako makulitan, para wala na magtanong. Ito na lahat, buhos na dito. I even asked them to record the whole thing. Para kung may magtanong, send nyo lang yung link nung usapan natin, and then that's gonna be it. So I met Mamu, and met other 14 people. May nanalo ng planner. So, to December yata yun. 14 yung nagkakape. And tapos, yeah, after that, I was thinking na that was it. That was, yun na. Parang, I think the plan, di man backfired. Like, but my plan not to answer questions, hindi siya natuloy. Kasi, when
had more questions.
Yeah, when they posted about me, kasi Mom wrote a blog about me. Other people wrote a blog, si Yas, si Erlyn din yata. They wrote an article about me for being there, parang ganun. Parang you have to check this guy out. And I'm like, sandali, wala naman akong, like, pagtatanong ako anong email mo, hindi ko namimigay ng email. Parang hindi na, parang, siguro in a way, like a nice surprise.
Parang, tuloy-tuloy na siya.
Yeah, so parang, it happened really, really fast. And if you think about it, it all just came from, really, I don't know, like, siguro, that desire to help, yung people. Kasi nung natapos yung content, sabi nila, like, nagtaka silang lahat kasi wala akong pre-promote. Kasi parang inaabangan na nila, okay, so kung nagkakape tayo, hindi man siya networking, siguro may course to.
Yeah.
Promise, yun yung nila, yun ang sabi nila. Siguro may course to pagkatapos yun ay po-promote na namin. Tapos nag-uuwian na, parang Pero may ano nangyari? Parang gano'n lang. Yeah, and then sinabi rin naman sa akin na inaabangan nga nila yung promotion and stuff. But it didn't happen. At kaya gustuin ko man, ayoko din talaga during that time. Kasi masaya naman buhay ko. Ayoko namang sirain yung routine and stuff. So, ayun. So, that's where it all started talaga. If you're gonna ask me, like, bakit na buo yung Freelance Movement, that's kind of where it all started.
From a meeting,
Nice.
from a meeting sa restroom. It's funny to think about it, pero if you look at it then, na parang kung sakali hindi kayo nag-timing ni Alan doon, hindi kayo nag-meet sa event, di ba? Di ba? It's again.
So, totoo hirap ipaliwanag, pare. Like, and who would have thought na I would go to Marvin's event? And sabihin man natin, in-invite man niya ako. What if di pala ako pumunta sa meetup?
Exactly.
What if nagyabang, meetups. Diba? What if ganun yung ugali mo and then di ka pala pumunta? Like, alam mo yun, like, maraming bagay siguro na hindi nangyari. Hindi siguro tayo nag-uusap ngayon kung...
Oo nga, baka
possibly.
Di ba?
For
Kasi makausap na.
if roles are reversed na.
Alternate universe na ganun.
So, alam mo na, Julian, mag-restroom ka palagi.
Sakto. Parang as we're recording this May event, si John Aranya, this Saturday, mag-restroom ako, baka ano mangyari.
Tapos manlibre ka ng kape. Afterwards,
Ay, sabi mo na, oy, gusto mo ba magkape? Di ba?
Habang siya, gusto mo magkape?
Sila ng kape. So, ang ganda ng story, di ba? That led to really, I couldn't imagine na parang sobrang ang laki ng it led to something really big after nung hindi mo unexpected situations lang na ano.
To think it started with Alan nyo sa CR.
Ngayon. Thanks to Alan ko. Buti nag-CR ka, Alan.
Buti ka mo naihi siya. Which led me to think na what if hindi uminom si Alan ng tubig?
Yan.
Or something. Parang,
paano kung nagpigil siya, di ba?
Exactly. Parang butterfly effect.
Yeah. Sabi nga, di ba, there is no such thing as coincidence. So whatever happened, parang it happened for a reason. And that's why you're here right now. Because it's quite meant to be that you're there and you're speaking with
Conscious choice din.
Yes.
Like I could have, from there, I could have taken a lot of paths a lot of roads na forking to other different ways.
Yes. Parang ano yan. Bandersnatch. But,
Di mo napapanood.
Hindi, parang daming paths kasi nun. Pero ayun, talagang also a blessing for us that you've taken that path. Kasi, syempre, isa kami sa mga talagang natulungan mo din naman. So, thank you.
Mo kong paiyakin.
So if I have my timeline correct, that's 2019 now. This happened 2017, di ba?
End of 2017.
Or end of 2016. Kasi tama, 2017 kasi doon ko na kayo nakilala. Sakto. So from there, from the whole nakita mo na nakamit ka ng other freelancers, ganyan. Siguro what led from that? Na-mention mo parang they were expecting a course. What led you from there to doing the first course or the first program that you did, which is SPAG or 30-day script proposal and accountability group? Parang if you didn't, di ba sabi mo, parang okay yung buhay mo, nayaw ka na siyang magamba yung daily routine mo. What made you, ano yung nagpa-trigger sa'yo to come up with that program?
Ano ba tawag dito? Medyo loaded na naman yung question.
I'm sorry.
No, wala. I think it was January. Parang, yun nga, they posted about me and I'm getting bombarded with messages. So parang, well, selfish reasons, I created the page to answer questions. Kasi parang, it's no longer an efficient use of my time to scroll through. Kasi, dude, like, there was a point that I had to hire someone to check my inbox.
Personal inbox
to. Sa Facebook to. Like, parang, naririnig ko lang siyang ginagawa ng mga mayayaman, like yung mga sikat talaga. But to do it myself, parang, so ito pala pakiramdam ng, parang gano'n. But yeah, so, ayun, I think I started January with a page. And then I said, I'm gonna create a webinar na lang that answers everything. Which right now, now that I think about it, every time I said I'm gonna teach everything, lalo dumadami yung tanong.
Kala ko
said, hindi ko alam bakit eh. I teach everything, yung phases, 7 phases, which ran for like, well, wala pa namang webinar na. I'm just saying na there's gonna be a webinar. And if you're interested, if we get 100 likes, 100 comments, 100 shares, okay na sa akin. Like, this is proof enough that you want it. Parang ganun. Because I'm a firm believer of selling it first before doing it. That's what I believe. And I think you also subscribe to that belief. So, yeah. So, and what I didn't expect, I gave like a 3-day deadline. Which is parang, well, if I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen any Filipino do it. Not even gurus. But like, it's like a tough ask eh. It's a tough ask to say na 100 likes, 100 comments, 100 shares, that's what, less than 3 days. Hindi ka naman kilalang tao. Hindi ka naman, di ba? Like, kakasimula mo lang. So for me, it was more of like, bahala kayo. Pag hindi, like, I win, either way. Pag di natin na-meet yung by ganitong date, edi okay lang, di walang webinar. At least, yun eh, yung selfish reason is at least I could justify and say na, screenshot to hindi na-meet. Sorry.
Yes.
Di ba? Like, malinis yung konsensya mo. Wala pa, mas pagka-post ko nung umaga yata yan. Wala pang 24 hours. We met the criteria. And I remember scratching my head kasi hindi ko alam kung nasasabihin ko dun sa webinar. In fact, sobrang hindi ko alam kung nasasabihin ko. The webinar happened February. Ay, March na. So halata na I was still creating the content for the for that webinar. So yan. So hindi ko pa nila-launch yung webinar kasi nga hindi pa ako sigurado. So sabi ko, sige, babait ako lang kayo. But I was like, at the back of my head, masama. I was thinking of like, how could I weasel my way out of this whole thing? Kasi I'm not even building a list eh. Wala talaga, like comments lang. I don't even plan on doing anything. Yeah. So, but then again, ito si Mamu, enter again, Mamu. She had this event. I think it was Ready, Set, Optimize and stuff. So, speaker na naman ako. And knowing what happened with...
Kapenta ka talaga kasi, John.
knowing what happened with John, di ba parang like, okay, so gagawin ko na naman yun. Parang ayoko naman na hindi ma-record yung ginawa ko kasi puro mura and stuff like that. So, ayun, siguro mga a week prior, I was feeling anxious talaga. Like, people don't notice it. Kasi parang, inisip nila like, astig ka naman, gano'n. But I was really feeling anxious. Like, kailangan ko bang, like, I don't know, hindi ko ma-describe, like, kailangan ko bang gawin to? Alam mo, it sounded like an existential na question. But really, that's what really bothering me. Kasi parang, beto ko na like, siguro there's feel of unworthiness, right? Like, I don't deserve this kind of recognition. Kasi nga, ang dami ko namang mga ginawang kagaguhan dati. Like, I'm not really like a guy that you would look up to, mga ganun. And then, I was anxious for like a week. Tapos, ito na naman, sudden, and I was about to message Mamu na back out na lang ako. That was like 2 days before. Diba? Ganun na ako naging anxious talaga. Like, I was thinking of backing out. And sabi nga nila, like, as if, fate would have it. Si John, nag-message siya, sabi niya, kamusta naman? So, mag-event ka daw. And then, for some reason, I don't know why, I opened up. I even saved our conversation, mga screenshot, nandito pa eh. Because that was like the turning point talaga. Like when he said, kamusta naman? And I blurted out parang, ang sabi ko sa kanya, is it worth it? Yan talaga yung tanong ko, was it worth it? I mean, what do you mean? Like, sabi ko, hindi, like, yeah, I get it that, that some people want to be here, to be, like, for, to be looked up to na may nagtatanong sa'yo. But point is, I don't want to be here. Parang, I don't know, like, at tanong ko lang, if I'm gonna do this, is it gonna be worth it? Parang ano. It's gonna be worth it for me. Even monetary aside. Yun yung tanong ko like monetary aside, is this gonna be worth it? Tapos, I think he said something along the lines of, kalimutan ko na yung pinaka-exact words. More like, at some point in your career, yung money, like it's gonna feel repetitive for you. Na parang, wala na. You write emails, you earn money, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's gonna come a point that you'll feel empty. Na parang, eto na lang ba talaga yung gagawin ko sa mundo? Parang, and I think that's where it hit me. Na parang, okay. Maybe I could give it a chance. Why not? So I attended Mamusubit. Yeah. Which, again, snowballed into me doing that 7 Faces webinar thing, which got me my initial list of, I don't know, like 800 people yata. Mga ganun.
Ang dami.
800 people, yeah. And then, I wasn't doing any ads.
Last year ba yan, Zon, yung sa webinar?
2017.
2017. March.
Ako.
March 2017.
Recording na lang naabutin ko na.
Eh di bas nag-spag tayo? Kailan ba tayo nag-spag?
August. Alam ko. August. Alam ko kasi late. Ako yung late sa spag. So humabol ako sa mga humabol ako sa activities. Nakita ko puro August.
Honorary member ka naman. But yeah, it took tag dito, like I built a list and I was sending emails regularly. And people are starting to wonder, ano ba talagang goal mo? Wala ka namang binibenta. For like months, it's been running for like months for email newsletter lang, like, and I'm already getting, ito yung nakakatawa dun eh. I'm already getting people pissed na wala akong binibenta. Oh, promise. Like, I attended this event. I think it was with Mitch Miller, and they invited me. Not really invited. Like, I think I just went there. Ay, yeah, speaker pala ako dun. Speaker pala ako, yeah. And then, nasa panel to panel ng mga speakers. There's this one guy who asked, Sir John, kailan ka magbebenta? Totally out of topic, totally out of the context nung pinag-uusapan namin sa out of the blue, said, Sir John, kailan ka magbebenta? And the weird thing that happened was, parang yung mga crowd doon, na subscriber ko din sa list, parang they said, oo nga, Sir John, kailan ka magbebenta? Never. Takbo, hindi. But yeah, na corner ako. Parang gano'n. And I think my answer back then was, sabi ko, if I'm gonna create a course, I'm gonna have to make sure that it's gonna be life-changing. Sabi ko. I'm not gonna create a course just for the sake of creating one. Sabi ko, even if a lot of people are asking about it, sabi ko, magalit na kayo magalit. Murahin niyo ako ng murahin. Sabi ko, I'm not gonna create a course unless I know it's gonna change your lives. Sabi ko. So, kung makapaghintay pa kayo, if you can give me time, sabi ko, yeah, pag-isipan natin, sige. For now, sabi ko, may free content naman. Tanungin niyo ako ngayon, sabi ko, bigay ko lahat. Ang weird nun, kasi the more I say na bibigay ko lahat niya, sabi ko, the more I say everything, I'll give you everything, sige, tanong. Parang wala silang maitanong sa akin. Parang, sige, pag-nag lang ng course, parang gano'n.
Parang,
so,
sila yung nasa stock na pag parang
I think the word everything is pretty loaded siguro na parang hindi ka na makapag
scattered na bigla yung
right. So ayun, so when I did that, I siguro a couple months later, yun, I just said na I think may mga nangungulit sa akin behind the scenes tulad niya ni Carlo, si Julius. Like, asa na yung buy link? You know, like, alam mo yung subtle jabs, but you know there's something. Parang and at some point you just realize na you're just making the like kumbaga I say na I want to make it life changing. When I first said it, it was true, but now that it's several months na nakalipas, now it's just becoming an excuse. You parang realize it within yourself na parang natatakot na yata ako mag course, which isn't really to be honest, launching a course isn't really new to me kasi I've already launched an email course before. I have foreign clients paying for it. They paid $700 up to $750 for an email course. Tapos here I am sa market natin, tapos hinihingan ako ng course pero wala akong maisip na idea. So I said, sige, bigay ko yung script sa aking proposal. Yun lang. Nice. Let's start there. Scripts or proposal. Because I know that when they do it, ma-apply na nila yan. Okay. So I did. I sent the scripts and proposal. Ang problema, when I said na, nga pala, there's gonna be a course, it's gonna be paid. Ang dami nag-reply na yes. Siguro mga 80 plus yata replied to me and said, yeah, we're gonna buy it. Like, this is price unseen. Like, for example, like, kahit anong price mo yan, bibiling mo yan. Parang gano'n. And for me, that was a validation na, okay, sige, gusto nila. Why not? So I said, script and proposal, 2,000 lang. 2,000 ba? 2,500? I have no idea. Like, magkano yung sinarge ko lang. Ayan.
2,500.
And then,
alam ko rin.
yung mga nandun mismo, walang alam eh. No?
Oo, parang tuwan-tuwa pa nga kami nun. Kasi, 2,500 lang, sige, why not? Ganyan.
Do something lang. Tapos, yun nga, nabenta na siya. Siguro mga 2 days after, someone asked me, John, binili ko yung script and proposal mo. Saan ko gagamitin to? I'm like,
nakakaloka.
Binili mo yung proposal sa script na hindi mo alam kung saan siya gagamitin. Sabi niya, di. Saka paano ulit mag-connect sa clients? Kasi hindi ko alam pa na sobrang, pala, na yung Upwork, di ba? Kadalasan Upwork.
Parang, sobrang, kailangan mo turo step by step talaga. Iba talagang zero knowledge about, getting clients and all that. So
what I did was, this is where, again, yung fate, pumapasok na naman. What if that person did not send me that message? Walang spam.
Sino kaya yung person?
Ito nga like I have like thousands kasi of emails, but I was trying to find that one guy who said that. Ang hirap na akong hanapin yung
para may screenshot ka, diba?
Dapat niya na yung screenshot eh. Kasi mga life-changing moments yun eh.
Hulaan kilala kaya natin. Kilala man natin yung mga spag.
Tingin ko nga, it's either si Julius yung nagsabi, I don't know.
Julius.
But yeah, so yung pangalan niya trending ngayon But yeah, so ayun, I said, okay, let's do spag.
Ayun. So doon namunga talaga yung spag. Nice. Awesome.
But not, ito yung like people think na ginawa ko yung spag and I have all the content. Like talagang akala nila pinag-isipan ko talaga yung 30 days. Like talagang But what people don't really know is that when I was nakasimula na spag, di ba? Like introduction. Yeah. Okay, tapos introduction. The next day, I would go in sa group, face my laptop, and nakagano'n ako. Ano yung lesson for today? So doon, alam mo yun, like, again, yung cop out na naisip ko doon is, okay, hindi naman pwedeng ako lang nahihirapan dito. Kailangan, pare-pares kami mahirapan. The joke lang. Kailangan, may kapalit din naman na, alam mo yun, I don't wanna keep on creating content nang wala namang nagbabasa. Sabi ko, yung hindi magre-reply dito, like 20 comments para mabuksan yung next lesson. Naalala niya yung 20 comments para mabuksan yung next lesson. It wasn't really a strategy, like an engagement strategy. It wasn't really. It was like para sa akin na, punye, mas ginawa ko tong content na to. Pag di nyo tong ginawa, sayang, di ba? Sayang yung pagod. Yeah, it was more like, sabihin natin, parang ganti ko na yun sa inyo, guys.
Nakaganti ka naman di ba? Nakaganti ka. Para matagal na lock in yung isang lesson doon. And talagang kami, dali na, answeran niya na.
But it worked in a really twisted way. It really worked and it got people results, which was really surprising. Tapos and to get comments na tawag dito, pag sinasabi na, si Nin, sabi ko magawa ka ng course ka na. Sabi niya, kaya lang, hindi pa niya daw alam. Isip niya yun na ginawa ko na yung content before, tapos alam ko na yung mga not knowing that I was looking at my screen for like 2 to 3 hours just writing the content.
Ang nice. Grabe, ang nice.
The history of Spag.
Dahil sa isang nagtanong na, Sir, saan po magagamitin to? Grabe, panalo yun.
If that person is listening now, please identify who you are.
Yourself. Yeah.
Lumabas ka na, napapaligiran ka na namin.
Para mag-thank you kami sa'yo. So, thanks for sharing the history of Spag. So yun, that was mid-2017. And then, after that, we had, you came out with Freelance Movement Masterclass, which was for a fundraising for your inaanak. And then fast forward to a year later, when middle of 2018, you came out now with the one we have now, which is the Freelance Movement Tribe. And so we've been creating these programs, changing a lot of lives. So I'm curious to ask you a question that you kind of asked yourself dun kanina, and which is, sa feeling mo yun, tingin mo ba, kailangan mo ba gawin to? At from where you're at right now, looking back doon sa time na tinanong mo rin yung sarili mo this question, what do you feel is your answer now?
Well, at least sagot ko na yung tanong ko before na, is it worth it? It's super worth it.
Super worth it, yes. Dapat lang estudyante mo ako.
Nagbuhat talaga sarili bang naman. Dapat, sabihin na lang natin, like the first year I created Spag or the Freelance Movement, the first year, tas nag-birthday ako. That was probably the happiest birthday that I ever had in my whole life. Not really happiest, but alam mo yun, like you didn't need to be partying or drinking and stuff. Kasi before, when I was nag-birthday ako, like I always felt the need that that there has to be a, what do you call this? Like party or mag-invite ako ng tropa. I mean, kasi for us humans, we need to at least feel validated on that special day na naalala ko. But yeah, from since I've done that, like yung birthdays or occasions like Christmas and stuff, it's no longer the same. In a good way. Na parang you're no longer looking for meaning, you're no longer looking for kasi meaning is all around you na. Like you have folks sending you these messages, you have people, you're changing people's lives. Like umupo ka lang saglit, just think of some a guy or a girl that you've changed someone's life. Suddenly, like okay na, it's enough to keep you happy for like another week. Alam mo, like talagang nag-iba. So your question earlier, like kailangan ko pa bang gawin? Kailangan ko pa talagang gawin to? I initially thought na hindi until someone made me realize na there could be, there are a lot of people out there that could have done the same, and there are a lot of people out there who are doing the same. But the thing is, she could not have found out about freelancing if hindi niya ako nakita.
Mm-hmm.
Like she doesn't know about all these people that I know. Kumbaga, she just know me. And it got me thinking na, okay, so kung wala pala ako, edi wala pala siya ngayon sa nalalagay niya. So, as, kahit sobrang liit lang na impact, I don't know, like sabi ko nga, like I could excuse myself and try to logically explain na you know, I'm not needed in the industry. I tried, trust me, I tried. I went out for like ilang buwan ba ako 4 months yata or 5 months that I went AWOL. Parang nawala na lang bigla. Because I was like thinking na
My last email.
Oh yeah, my last email.
Hindi pa namin lahat yan. Parang, guys, totoo ba to?
Yeah, but yeah, it's kasi that was a question I was struggling with. Like, I've done my part. Alam mo yan?
Yeah.
Is it am I still needed? Like, eto na eh, meron ng Julian Canita. Meron ng Juneca Pascual. Like, I mean, I'm serious. Like, I was really happy with the way Spag turned out. Kasi parang, like, people really became like a different version of themselves.
Exactly. And,
like Julius, Julius became Julius. Di ba, alam mo yun, like,
oo.
dude.
Si Julius, grabe si Julius. Ang laki ng ano din talaga. As in,
Diba? Like,
from the Spag,
I can really
days
believe
talaga.
it. And si Bernard became like this really huge ikong guy. Alam mo yun, like, there.
Nagka-girlfriend, di ba?
Kasama talaga yun.
Di ba nagka-girlfriend?
I mean, sobrang dami. Like, I mean, naging coaches na. Like, from there, kasi parang nag-branch out na into different things na parang naisip ko na, andyan na sila eh. Like, why would I still, di ba, parang ang sasabi ko sa ko, yun naman yung goal mo, di ba? To have people talking about, you know, about giving and giving about value. Yun naman talaga yung pinaka-goal mo. Tapos, and here they are now, meron ka ng, there are people now who are willing to do it. So, bakit ka pa nandiyan? Kaya ako nag-awol ng matagal. Kasi that was a question I was struggling with. Sabi ko, which nung una, I really agreed na, nandiyan naman na sila, bakit pa ako? Well, siguro pagkatamad ko na rin yung...
Pero I agree naman, parang darating ka rin sa point na gano'n eh. Kasi parang medyo overwhelming yung mga bagay-bagay. And then you'll just, diba, it helps when you rest. It helps then when you stop, take a break, and then reflect.
Take
diba?
a look at everything.
Mas makikita mo yung sagot.
Definitely.
Makikita mo yung answer if you look within. Kasi the answers are already within.
You said the right word that I was feeling that time. It was like overwhelming talaga. I think people underestimate, like those who want to be influencers, those who want to be gurus. I think they underestimate the pressure of having hundreds of people hanging you know, to every word you say.
Tama.
That's a lot of, I don't know if they realize this, but that's a lot of responsibility. Like, alam mo yan, like, I see people saying, nag-resign na ako sa job ko. That's a big pressure for me. Like, what if, wala siya lang, di ba, alam mo yan, like, what if wala ka lang nakain, like 7 days na. Tapos nag-resign ka na sa trabaho, di ba? Like, that's a huge load para sa akin. Like, I don't know if for others it's gonna be the same, but yeah, for me, that was a really huge load that I have to, siguro, I don't know, like, I think the word is like digest, like para paunti-unti, like month after month. So, maisip ko sarili ko na, okay lang yan. Kasalanan nila yan. Kung, I mean, like, I have to, like, be more forgiving sa mga ginagawa ko. Parang ganun.
Oo. And syempre, isipin mo din yung sarili mo din. I'm sure you're really busy nowadays. Lalo na syempre, ang dami-dami mo ng like followers, dami mong estudyante, diba? I mean, it's 400. It's grabe. And sa amin I think I just hope na you still have time pa rin naman for yourself. You take a rest if you need it. Take a rest. I think with rest, mas marami kang magagawa. Mas marami.
Actually, mamaya, after nito, manonood kami ng Bumblebee. So.
Nice. Kala ko mag-aaya ka eh.
Next time na yun.
Pero kung ayaw mo, okay lang. Dito lang naman ka.
Ako, siguro last question for me. Oo, dito lang kami. Kala mo
Hindi inom ako, pre.
Okay. Nakita ko din eh. Nakita ko mali.
Last question for me, siguro, ano pa ang pangarap mo siyempre alam natin kung gaano ka-successful na yung freelance movement tribe eh. So ano pa yung pangarap mo sa tribe, sa community that you have now? I mean, how do you see your tribe or yourself in 10 years? Ano pa ang vision mo na tingin mong dapat pang ma-fulfill ng isang the legend, John Pagulayan?
Grabe naman. Actually, yung dream ko masyadong, sabi ng ibang parang imposibleng mangyari.
Diba?
But yeah, as weird as it may sound, ang dream ko, it's not really for the tribe to be known.
Mhm.
It's more like for the term freelancing to have a different meaning dito sa Pinas.
Mhm.
That's 5 years from now. Like when people say freelancing locally, they now think could be a coach, could be a consultant, it could be, anything else. Hindi lang VA. I got nothing against VAs, but for it to be synonymous na parang, ano ba yan, to freelance, it doesn't sit well with me. Diba? Kasi tulad nito, like when people say VA, they equate it to someone na parang secretary ng boss. Na parang, which, hindi naman talaga, diba? So, like 5 years from now, that's what I'm trying to reach. Na parang, when we talk about freelancing, people really know what they're talking about. Di pag sabi mo, freelancer ka, home-based ka.
Online.
Yun eh.
Online.
Oo. Maraming parang kino-cover ang freelancing, ang word na freelancing. Diba?
Right. Yeah, home-based ka. Like, when you say home-based, medyo na-off ako nun. Kapag sabi mo home-based, employed pa rin ako nun eh. Sa bahay lang ako nagtatrabaho. Diba, yun ang meaning talaga ng home-based eh. So, it's not that I have nothing against home-based or, I don't have anything against being a BA. But yeah, gusto ko lang na when you say freelancer, it's something that people would, kind of already know what it really means. And then a 10-year goal for myself and for the entire industry, not just the tribe really, is for yung mga anak ng freelancers or people in your neighborhood or people in like normal people would be able to say with their held up eye, gusto ko maging freelancer.
Yun. Na talagang
seriously, di ba?
Talaga siya, really professional job na.
Exactly. Like people are gonna envy you if you said you're a freelancer. That's
freelancer.
The goal. That's the 10-year goal. 20-year goal, kita mo na, naisip ko na yung 20-year goal. 20-year goal talaga is to have at least na there's already like parang parang kasama na siya sa curriculum. Like for example, TESDA, may parang freelancing naman.
Why not? Of course. I'm sure it will be.
Yeah, 15 to 20 year old. Yun. So medyo yung goals medyo mahirap siyang kunin ng like it's something that you can't really plan for and have a marketing tactic to do that, but yeah.
Well, at least vision, diba? And we're with you on that. Kami ni Julia. Talagang ako rin naman yung parang living testimonial mo na freelancer na, di ba? Naging coach na I remember really back then. I was just asking para you guys. So, I think I can be one of your, testimonials.
Success stories. Yeah.
Success stories talaga.
Diba? And then it's really possible if you just choose to or if you just really take the risk. Diba? So, ayun, I'm sure with the help of you and, other freelancers around, other coaches around, we can make that happen or, diba?
Would really appreciate the help. It's one of the reasons why I also wanted to write a book.
Wow. Yeah.
It's one of your plans this year.
Yeah, plans this year. Para naman, kasi I have a feeling that having a book would reach other people then, other
globally.
Yeah, globally na hindi aware sa online.
Yes. And we look forward to that dyan. So, sana mabasa na namin yung libro na yan, mahawakan na namin. Di ba?
Kung ganun lang kadaling magsulat, bakit hindi?
We're excited. Pinreasure.
So thanks ang dami kang na-share today, no. So siguro to end lang, meron ako actually one question that I would like to ask, no. Medyo selfish question siya, pero probably baka other people are asking this then, no. Pero
nagsisend ba ako ng dick pic? Hindi.
Kung nagsisend ka ba ng kung open ka dyan, so
interested si Julian. Oh my God.
Okay, so sorry, 2 questions pa.
Sige, we can ask pa siguro out of the blue question dito kaya no.
Diba, sa lang, so you've had all these, so like now we're still running with the video post that you did before, yung three core things that leads to the 7 phases webinar. So you're really out there, giving out value, teaching people talaga, no. And kami as people in your circle namin, bilang friend ka namin, yung ito, and you shared nga din your intentions, your visions. We know that you're doing this talaga kasi yun yung vision mo. And hindi mo mawawala that there are people na who question your intention. Like, I don't know now, but I remember nung back in mga 2017, you would used to share to us about, like, parang may nag-comment na ganito, ganun. And we would talk about how people would question your intention. So ngayon, how do you receive still mga ganon, and how do you deal with that?
Yes, I still do. Kumbaga, parang it keeps me up my toes. It tells me that I'm doing something good. Actually, na-alarm, I don't know kung kanino ko sinabi to, na-alarm ako kapag wala akong nare-receive na hate mail within a week.
Okay.
It means that I'm no longer doing effective marketing. Na parang
lagi tayo ng hate.
Seryoso, like, it's something kasi na you have to remember na you can't really please everyone. So there's especially if you stand for something.
Yes.
If you stand for something, you'll definitely get haters. And especially if you stand for something na medyo advocate ka talaga, you're gonna get really passionate haters.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that aspiring gurus or freelance influencers would have to accept. Now, as to how I handle it, wala lang. Like, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the anong tawag din? The green hair experiment. Alam niyo ba?
Green hair.
Yeah. I think it was this Jack Canfield yata, like a really famous speaker. I think it was Jack Canfield. Like, he called out yung one of his audiences in the front row, and he said, like, you have you have an ugly green hair.
Okay.
Yeah. Tapos sabi niya sa babae, how did you feel? Sabi niya, nothing. No, you really have ugly green hair. What did you feel? Like, sabi ng babae, black yung buhok niya, ay blonde. Normal na blonde. Kaya, nothing. So, din yung point. Right? Them calling me a scammer is like calling a 7-footer pandak.
Mm-hmm.
How would a 7-footer feel? Just imagine, how would a 7-footer feel if sinabi mo siya ng pandak? Diba? Tatawa na nga. Exactly how I feel. At first,
parang ganun lang.
Exactly. Like,
parang ganun lang.
Exactly how I feel right now. Before, it used to affect me, which is the reason why kasi it affects you. Kasi at some level, there are things that they would say that are, slightly true, or you think might be true. So for example, sinabi sa'yo na, ano ka naman eh, gusto mo lang pera eh. That accusation would hurt people, would hurt someone na who's starting out and try to make a living of doing this stuff. Diba? Kasi totoo naman, gusto mo naman talaga gusto mo namang, you wanna have an impact while earning money doing it. But if someone says, umuha ka naman pera, kaya ka na gumagawa ng course, it's gonna hurt. you can't laugh it off because at some level, may katotohanan yung sinasabi niya. So unless you're at peace with, what is it exactly your goal is, gusto mo talaga kumita ng pera, and you're at peace with that, you can't really get over the haters. But now that when I get comments, like, natatawa na lang talaga ako eh. Kasi na-imagine ko nga like, you're a 7-footer guy. Someone shouting at you, pandak. Diba? Like, mukha mo bang magalit? Baka nga maawa ka pa. Masira ba mata nito? Diba? It's simple. It's a simple shift, but it's really powerful when you think about it that way. Yung the green hair.
And chances are that person na sumisigaw ng pandak could be pandak.
Parang, di ba, it's always, what you think of other people is always a reflection of you eh. Not them.
Right.
So, parang, in a way, it gives out a reflection of them. Diba?
Right. But yeah, if yun nga, ang like ko sinasabi, if someone hates you, and then, ang una mong reaction is to, ang naging reaction mo is to just laugh it off. Hindi ka nasaktan talaga, like zero hurt. That's fine. But if it hurt you at some level, don't just try to laugh it off and say na haters are gonna be haters. That's not it. Diba? But if it hurts you at some level, you have to take a deep look at yourself and ask yourself, like, bakit ba ako nasaktan sa statement na to? Which part of it is slightly true? Or even if it's false, which part of it do I believe to be true? And then when you naisip mo, okay, kaya pala ako nagagalit or nasaktan kasi dito sa part nito. And you have to learn to be at peace with that, with that part of you. Yeah. So when you learn to be at peace with that, na alam mo na kasama siya on what you do, wala ka namang sinasaktan tao while you're doing it.
I agree.
Then someone sends you another hate comment. It's no longer as hurtful compared to the first time you do it. Hindi sa nasasanay ka. Well, technically nasasanay ka in a way, but kasi the every time, alam mo yan, the more you repeat something, the more you try to accept it to be true. That's what happens. Hindi naman talaga nasasanay ka lang. Like, you just accepted it as truth kaya hindi ka na nasasaktan. Parang.
Nice. Yep. Agree.
So, actually, parang, I'll be honest, itong time na nag-uusap tayo, I honestly forgot na nag-record our podcast. Kasi it really feels like nag-kwento and then at the same time natututo ako. It felt like a coaching session. So wala lang. So parang, and that's what I've been saying then about you na ganun, for those na, I'm lucky enough to consider myself to be your friend. And pag nag-uusap na ganun, ang dami kong nakukuha. You give a lot of value, not just in basta freelancing. And it's really about yung mga stuff like what you just shared na mas deep and mas personal. Kaya thank you for sharing. Thank you for having this time with us today.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Last na lang, sige, ano yung hidden talent ni John Pagulayan?
Yan.
Na hindi alam ng marami. Hidden talent.
Hindi, a lot of people don't know na I'm really a jack of all trades nung high school.
Okay.
I'm serious about this. Like whatever it is that you want to do, kaya ko siyang gawin. Parang ganun. I can. Back in high school, nagsumasayaw kami, kumakanta. Arts club ako noon. I know how to draw. Nasa CAT rin ako noon. Nasa Knights of the Altar, nagsiserve ako simbahan. Homemakers Club.
Nice.
Like, literally, everything talaga. Like, kaya nga, yung mga, yung mga tawag dito, yung mga teacher ko na ng tawag, like, inisip nila gifted child ako, in a way. Kasi nga, hindi ako papasok sa room. Sa sobrang dami na activity ko.
For extracurricular activities.
Kaya ako nagiging honor sa sobrang dami ng extracurricular activities. Kasi may weight yun, di ba? May weight extracurricular. Pero sa sobrang dami niya.
Para hindi pumasok na gano'n.
Pero sobrang dami na extracurricular activities ko. Talagang, na-overpower niya yung academic. Ayun. So, a lot of people don't know that I could do all those. Kasi hindi naman talaga ako playing guitar. And it's really one of my passion. And I became a band member before. So, at some point in life, may mga existential crisis ka, mga ganun, I was playing in a band. We were being paid 400 per gig kasi hati-hati kami. Yan. I was doing it for Tuesday and Thursday. Yun. Wala na, naisip ko lang how I used to value money back then. Na parang, alam mo yun, like, which is kind of weird. Like, people think na kapag yumaman ka, you value money more. But what people don't really realize that yung mga kadalasan kapag galing ka sa tapos yumaman ka, minsan kadalasan hindi mo naman na sobrang appreciated mo na yung pera mo kapag yumaman ka. That, wala lang. Like, naisip ko lang yung when you ask about that. Being in a band, yeah.
That's nice to know. And sana masampulan mo kami ng mga talents mo na yan. Mga dancing moves mo na yan. Singing moves mo na yan.
Abangan namin.
Kailangan kasama si Julian.
Parang I gladly pay that price para for the world to see John Pagulayan physical talents.
Pili ko pa
video ni
nag-KTV
Julian
kayo ngayon ulit. Diyos ko.
Anong video yan?
Yung Backstreet Boys.
Yun yan. Gawain ko yun ng college. Marami yan. Hindi ko palang na-release.
Sodza, may antabayanan mo na yung MTV nitong dalawang to.
Yes.
In the future,
Bakit kami lang hindi ka kasama?
Ha? Wala, tagapanood lang ako. Ba't yung kayo dadamay?
Andito ka na eh.
Anong talent?
Walang damayan. Ikaw lang may talent eh.
All right. Again, thanks, John. So, if anyone listening to this, especially those that have heard you for the first time, if they want to get in touch with you or find out what you have cooking up, where can they reach you?
Ano ba, nag-struggle pa rin ako pag tinatanong ako ng ganitong tanong. Struggle pa rin.
Hindi ka nagka-card, diba? Ikaw yung tipong tao, walang card or anything.
Walang card. Hindi rin ako yung tipo nagsasabi ng website pagkatapos ng podcast. Wala.
Sa Facebook.
Just see me around.
Sa Facebook.
TheFreelanceMovement.com. Yun na lang.
Alright.
Message na naman ako sa Facebook.
Ikaw sa talent manager na lang ni John. Kung gusto.
Si Julian.
Ito yung card na.
Makapanayang.
Any final words to everyone listening na you like to end with?
Wala akong final words.
Kasi final words nyo naman.
if there's anything, just support Julian and Juneka on their podcast. They're doing something great here. Kaya it's awesome, diba?
Yes.
So, they're doing something great here. If you could support them, that would fuel them to interview a lot of folks that who knows, might help you in your journey to finding that ikigai nga. Masasabi natin kanina.
Yes.
Thank you so much, John.
Thanks for listening.
Yep. Thank you for the listener. Such a pleasure interviewing you again. It's always another lesson and always another value that you're giving whenever I get the chance to talk to you. So really honored again.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Wait lang.